So, good early afternoon, everyone. So, welcome to the OFE Capital Series event here in Warsaw. My name is Astor Nummelin, Carlberg. I'm OpenForum Europe's Executive Director. And I'll just say a few words before I hand it over to our speakers and hand it back to Jarek, our MC. So this afternoon, we'll engage in discussions on the future of digital innovation and open source in Europe. Like past Capital Series renditions, we organized this event under the auspices of the Polish government, which we're very grateful for. We believe that this recognition underscores that in this momentous time for Europe, it is also a momentous time for open technologies. It is time for open source communities, businesses to step up and support governments across Europe in solving our biggest digital challenges. And I think politically, this goes at different levels across the European Union. But generally speaking, understanding open technologies and open source as a tool, a strategic, important tool to solve these digital challenges, has started to be properly recognized. I'm noticing that myself in terms of just the demand for mine and my colleagues' time in Brussels. So the OFE Capital Series celebrates the strides made by member states in integrating open source in their digital agendas, but also the national ecosystems and communities of open source excellence. Poland exemplifies this in a great way. Poland really plays an outsized role in the global open source community. And the contributions of Polish developers and companies to global open source projects cannot really be overstated. One of the striking things when organizing this event was just the level of expertise and seniority and ambition of the Polish nationals that we got to work with. And so this excellence, I think, should be recognized not only as a resource for the Polish government to tap into, but I think also for the European Union as a whole. We need experts that understand how software is built, how it's built with speed and at scale. Because this is a challenge that we face across Europe in every country. But Poland sits on a golden resource in actually achieving this. And it comes down to its developers' open source excellence. And to them and the governments, I would say that it's important here that we really look to openness when we try to solve things. If we try to promote European alternatives in the digital space without open source and openness, I'm sorry to be categorical, but it will fail. We will not build these systems in a closed way. And so the key here is not only about building those alternatives, but it's the fact that with open source, open standards, and open collaboration, there is in fact no trade-off between achieving digital sovereignty and increasing our competitiveness. It is the only answer where we don't have to deal with this trade-off. We can achieve both. We can get cutting-edge innovation, global competition of ideas and excellence, and at the same time access sovereign control over the technologies that we as societies rely on. So our event this afternoon is an opportunity to explore just this. Open source initiatives that already enhance innovation, initiatives that can enhance innovation and competitiveness, and not just in Poland, but across member states. Open source doesn't really play nicely with national borders. So we will hear from experts in policy, innovation, and technology, because there are many different aspects to open source. For those who are new to the topic, might be tricked in thinking that this is a niche side aspect of the digital world. But for anyone who's worked with open source over time, knows that it's not only everywhere, it holds up everything. From your dishwasher to your phone, to how you deal with cybersecurity strategies across Europe. But that is not really for me to discuss here today. That's why we've invited some excellent speakers. And I really want to thank all the speakers for, either making a little trip across Warsaw or traveling from another European country to be here today. I also want to thank our partners and supporters, and of course the attendees here today, for your dedication to the open source movement. Or for those who are new to the movement, I will ask, let's say, the more experienced ones, welcome everyone in. There is a lot to learn from what open source can and will do.